Hello there, I'm the Scorpio Stellium. We're going to take a look at love for the month of October for you, my precious friend. I'm so glad that you're here. I would love if you would drop me a comment and say hello, introduce yourself so I can get to know some of you. Let's just dive right into it. We're going to be looking at all of the energy, all of the people, all the circumstances that might be surrounding you when it comes to love for each zodiac sign. They are time-stamped in the description, so if you want to just jump to your sign, you can do that. We're going to start, of course, with Aries. Okay, Aries, let's take a peep at love for you this month. All right, Aries, what have you got for me? Okay, this month is all about healing. It is about recovery. It's about hope. It's about reconciliation. Despite all of the bad stuff that has been behind you, we really are looking forward this month. This is going to be better. So, okay, let's break this all down. So reverse 6 of Swords, the Devil, the reverse 10 of Wands. Okay, this looks like you were not able to progress, okay? There was something you wanted to move forward. You were ready to go to a higher place. You know, you wanted to either progress a relationship, you wanted to move forward with a person, you wanted to make things right in a circumstance. And unfortunately, what was happening for you and what's kind of happening in the beginning of the month, honestly, is with the Devil card, okay? It looks like how you are having to do things instead of the right way or the positive way, which is what you wanted. It seems like instead it's bogged down by challenges, by bad habits, by being almost trapped, okay? It is a feeling of being with somebody or them being in your life, but it's like chained to one another, okay? That's literally what's happening in the Devil card. You know, they're chained together here. And it is all about half-truths, which really are lies, okay? It's like when somebody is not telling the complete truth, it's a lie. When they're withholding information intentionally, it's a lie. And it doesn't allow progress. It doesn't allow that forward momentum that you're wanting, at least right at the beginning, okay? Because like I said, it does get so much better in this reading, and I'll tell you why. It gets better because of the communication that's happening, but we'll get there. You're trying to relieve a burden here with the reverse 10 of Wands. You're trying to make things better. And I think that the way that you've had to go about it is not what you would prefer. To fix the situation, it's not what you would want. It may be that you've been trying to help somebody, you've been trying to be there for somebody, you've been trying to alleviate stress for someone else. And nonetheless, this has not been paying off. And I say has been because when we look forward, it is going to change. But it's right now, it feels heavy and you're like, I just want to set this down. Okay. I just don't want to have to fight so hard for this. That's really what we're getting at here, is that you've been fighting for something, not in a arguing kind of way. You've been fighting for it, you know, fighting for someone else. I see you being on somebody's side no matter what, being there for them like you would expect a good friend or a good partner to be. But we have the 5 of Pentacles here. So I do think it's next to the star. This modifies it, okay? So when I see a negative card next to a positive card, I know that these two are usually modifying one another, especially if the people in the cards, if you'll take a look, are facing one another. They're not facing away from it. And here this is the case. So this is you looking towards healing and hope in this relationship. And I think that you, again, you're getting that now because finally this person is communicating with you. Finally, they're saying, this is how I've been feeling and this is how I've been acting because of those feelings. This gives you something to work with finally. You're like, okay, I can understand what's going on with you now. But the feeling of hopelessness or the feeling of being pushed out of their life is now shifting to looking for the future and really in a realistic way. It's not like you're just building some dream that's not ever going to happen. This looks like it's actually happening in October. So now we're getting to the point that we can de-stress, we can really put down that burden, and you are able to be optimistic at this point. So yay, this is good. In the last line, we do have the reverse 10 of swords, the Ace of Pentacles, and the Page of Wands. So here we're talking about whatever betrayal has been happening, whatever you felt like they have not been there for you, or they have even backstabbed you, or they've been talking about you behind your back, or they've been lying to you, because I did see kind of, those half-truths up at the top. Now we're seeing that the pressure is alleviated, okay? It's like that elephant that's been sitting on your chest for so long, we're kind of choking down a cry constantly. You're not there anymore. You have moved out of this space because this person is responding how they should have been responding the whole time. And now there's opportunity for growth. Now the two of you are looking ahead to the future, to what you can accomplish together, to the new adventure of your lives. So I don't know on past October what this looks like, but I can tell you for October, it does look very positive. It does feel to me like you can take this little seed, that they have finally given you, okay, because they weren't even giving you anything before. You can take this little seed of hope and you are able to grow it. And you are both looking forward to your future now in October. Very positive read, Aries. Super excited for you. Taurus, let's take a look for you at love for October 2020. Whoa, whoosh. That started out with a bang, with the Tower, and the Two of Swords, and the reverse Wheel of Fortune. I mean, damn. Okay, so the Tower card, I say it all the time, there's no way to sugarcoat the Tower. There's only two ways to read it. Upright, it's a disaster. Reverse, it is less of a disaster, but still. It is a complete shakeup. It is a complete leveling of everything that has been going on. It feels to me like there is a decision that has had to be made, or that you are trying to make, and you feel like you're at a stalemate. Maybe it's somebody else, your person, making this decision or working on it, or maybe they just flat out won't fucking tell you what they want to do. That is kind of the vibe of having the reverse Wheel of Fortune next to it. It seems like things not really going your way in the beginning of the month, or what you're coming out of from September. But this is like it rocked your world, because you just really, I think that you thought that things were a lot better than what they were, because the Tower, having this kind of shakeup, it's just like having an earthquake underneath you. And I think you just really need forward progress. You really need them to make a decision, to make a call, to just say, okay, what are we doing here? Reverse Wheel of Fortune, guys, it feels like they are not making the right decision. That's how this starts out. Okay, so then the next line we come down, we have King of Wands, the Fool, and the reverse Six of Pentacles. There's an energy here that is extremely confident. This can be you, or this can be your person, but they are very confident. They are almost full of themselves. I think it's false confidence, because it is sitting next to the Fool, and the Fool is just kind of like, I'm going to go off and do whatever I want to do. I mean, it's very optimistic. There's certainly no lack of enthusiasm there, but is the enthusiasm a little misplaced? It seems to me like, because it is sitting next to the reverse Six of Pentacles, it seems to me like they are moving away from you in October, and that it's kind of a dumb decision, quite frankly. It's not very intelligent, because it's based on them being overly confident that you're going to be there if they want to come back, you know, or that you're just going to stand by and handle and deal with whatever they want to throw at you. I feel like this energy here is not fair to you. I mean, this can be reversed. The tables can be turned. This could be you doing the things, but I don't think so, because seeing the Tower here is like this total shakeup in your life. It's you, I think, are perhaps looking at this with rose-colored glasses on, and you also are thinking, okay, everything is going to be okay, because it's not as bad as how it started. So, like, honestly, if we're on the bottom, even if we come up just a little bit, we think, well, that's an improvement. But it's not really you feeling happy about it. It's just you being like, this is what I have to work with, and I guess I'm going to have to just deal with it. Do you have to deal with it, though? Like, are you putting your boundaries out there? Are you clearly laying out what you need? Or are you sacrificing any piece of yourself for somebody else's happiness? It is okay to be on somebody's team and root for their happiness and support them if they're doing the same thing for you. Are they doing the same thing for you? Reverse Six of Pentacles would tell me no. In the final line here, we have Strength, the Nine of Pentacles, and the reversed Page of Pentacles. I think that what happens here is that you decide that you're okay on your own. Now, I know some of you are in relationships, and I don't want to put doom and gloom. If you've been with your person for, like, 10, 15, 20 years, and you're like, wait, what? I want you to understand that this reading can also be a stage in your lives, okay? But in any instance, no matter how strongly this comes out in your life or not, it's still here. The Strength card is like, yeah, I'm okay. I'm all right. And I think that for the most part you've accepted at least that this is probably a time, Nine of Pentacles, that you're going to have to walk alone. I think you end up using that energy of the Nine of Pentacles to do some soul searching, to look inside. I don't think this is a time that you're going to be starting any new pursuits or any new learning opportunities or training or anything that might, like reading a book about the relationship or, anything like that. I don't think that there's going to be anything new started. I think that this is a time for introspection. I think it's a time that you are I think you do lay out some boundaries, honestly, towards the end of the month of what you're willing to accept from this person, because I don't think that they're all in right now. So you're going to have to, like I said, you're going to have to do some thinking on your own as to what you are okay with moving forward into the future. I'm going to pull another card to clarify this reverse Page of Pentacles here, because this feels like the not pursuing anything new. I feel like it's not really looking at all sides. There is an absence of information here. It looks like a Queen of Swords. It looks like there is, the logical information is there, but are you just thinking and feeling with your head, or are you really listening with your heart? Are you listening to your heart and to your intuition? But it does seem like there's a lack of information that you need to make the best choices. So this is where I would encourage you to go seek out that information, and don't like stick your head in the sand, and make sure that, because information is power, okay? So make sure you have all of it so that you can move forward the best way for you. Okay, Gemini, love for October 2020. Let's see what you have. Okay. Commitments are ending. That's what I see right off. That's what draws me in really strongly to this reading with the Death card sitting next to the Hierophant. But I don't know that it's an all bad thing, okay? It almost feels to me like this is something that you end up wanting. Because here's this energy with the reverse Three of Wands where we're not able to look at the future anymore. You're not seeing the future. And if you're not seeing the future with somebody, are you stuck? Yeah, you are. Eight of Wands, Swords, Eight of Swords, totally stuck. You feel like you're stuck. You're not really, but we do this to ourselves. It's a mental perspective that we get where we think, there's nothing I can do about this. I've worked so hard for it. That's the Seven of Pentacles. I want it to pay off. So I'm going to just, I don't know, sit in this place. I feel like I can't do anything. But you're not feeling optimistic about anything. That's why now next we have the Death card, the Hierophant. Maybe you're the one who doesn't want the commitment anymore. The Page of Swords is sitting next to it. This feels very Gemini energy to me. It is a sword card. It's an air card. This is communication about this situation. So we're talking about commitment with somebody. We're talking about, do we change how we are committed to one another? Do we change the terms of the agreement? Okay, this is different for everybody. Some of you are not in a relationship, and so changing the terms of the agreement could be being in a relationship or in a situationship. It doesn't feel like domestic bliss, though. I'm going to be quite frank. It does not feel like we're just partnered up and we're happy about it. Like I said, it's more of a communication about endings in commitment than anything else. So it may not be so bad for you, though, because you have the reverse Three of Swords at the end of the line here, at the end of the 9-card spread. It looks like you standing your ground and you trying to heal, because this person probably put you through a whole lot. And when somebody puts you through a whole lot, there comes a point where you just get fed up and you say, no more. I'm not going to be there whenever you call me. I'm not going to answer the text messages whenever you send them. I'm not going to open the door over and over if this is the kind of stuff that I'm going to get. And that's very much where you are, because again, I said you're not seeing the future anymore. You feel stuck in it. You're not stuck. You're not really stuck. And I think towards the end of the month, you get into a feeling like I'm not really stuck, but you don't want to talk about it. You don't want to work on it. You don't want to keep pushing it. You don't want to deal with it. You've just gotten to the point where I think that you feel like talking about it isn't going to get you anywhere. And that's a sad point in a relationship. That is a great thermometer for when shit is going way sideways. When you get to the point where, especially for a Gemini, you don't even want to talk about it, that's like, I already know what you're going to say. So what's the point of me bringing it up? What's the point of trying? You're not going to do anything different. And I think that's just where your thoughts and your feelings are as you close out the month. Let's go ahead and clarify this Hierophant card in the center. I think you are probably dealing with, let's see, Scorpio, Taurus, lots of air energy in this. So Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, all are in here. Earth, moon, or rising signs. But the signs that are coming through strongest to me, honestly, are Scorpio and Taurus. And that's because I do have the Death card, which Scorpio's card is the Death card, and Taurus is the Hierophant. So those are the strongest energies pulling at me. So let's clarify that Hierophant. Okay. Again, it's not all bad, even though I do think that there's an ending or a transition or a change in the relationship. I think that it's actually for the better. Having the Wheel of Fortune and the Ace of Pentacles, it seems like you feel better about the change. Again, I want to say the Death card, there's different interpretations to it. Modern tarot readers often want to say this is a transition. And I do a lot of times see it as a transition, but often you have to realize that the Death card is a stop. It's usually a no. It's an ending of some kind. And guess what? Transitions have endings. There's an end to one thing and you transition into another, and we just like to, make it sound all cute and fuzzy by saying there's a transition. No, there's a fucking ending, and then there's a beginning. So this is not the end of everything. It is a transition, but there is an ending to it. But it's a good one. Okay, this means that the fate is on your side. Okay, this means the wheels of fate are turning in your favor. It is a good fortune. Okay, it's the wheels have been set in motion in your for your best life, for your own good. Okay, and then the Ace of Pentacles it's a time for growth. So whatever is going on with this whole commitment issue in October, it is helping grow you. Hopefully it's helping you grow with the person that you really care about. But guess what? Sometimes people grow together and sometimes they grow apart. And no matter what happens, it is going to be for your greater good. Okay, Gemini. Cancer, let's take a look. Love for October 2020. Cancer. That is interesting. A little odd. A lot odd. I'll tell you. You know I will. That is so odd. Oh my God. Okay. This back and forth thing that you have going on is crazy. Okay. It's crazy. All's well that ends well, which I do see it ending well. We do have the world at the end, but oh my God, getting there. This is why it's funny. Okay. So when you look at a tarot deck, you have your court cards, right? Okay, so you have the page of whatever, the knight of whatever, and then the queen and the king of whatever suit, all right? It's so funny how these pair up because look at this. I have a reverse page of swords next to an upright knight of swords. Then I have a reverse knight of cups next to an upright page of cups. That's why I'm like, what are y'all doing here? This energy is so back and forth. It is so hot and cold. It's like, I don't want to talk about it. Yes, I do. I not only want to talk about it, I want to argue about it. I want to like really tell you what I think and, you know, I'm just going to let you have it. And then the other one is like, I still don't even want to talk about it. I mean, who's who here? I don't know, but I'm just telling you, it is so nuts. I think that you do come to a point where you're like, I don't even know if I want to be in this anymore. The Hierophant is often a marriage or commitment card. Having it reversed is like breaking with that commitment or breaking with the tradition or the orthodox way of doing things. It's unconventional. So I'm feeling here that it's like you guys get to a point where you're like, I don't even think I want to play this game anymore. This game is rigged. I think this game is a little rigged. It's a little ratchety here, okay? Knight of Cups reversed next to Page of Cups reversed, okay? One person is offering love. One person is being sincere with their heart open, and they're like, I love you, I care about you, just let me cuddle you. And then the reverse Nine of Cups is next to it, like, I don't know, maybe like next week. Like, I'm kind of busy. Like, I don't know, I have other plans. This is so bullshit. This is so bullshitty. I'm sorry. It's just like, what are y'all doing here? Anytime one of you, and I do think it switches, anytime one of you goes forward, the other one moves back, and vice versa. Then you have the reversed Two of Swords next to it. It's like, okay, you got to make a decision already. Y'all just got to make a decision. That's what this is about. I don't think anybody wants to make a decision. I think for some reason y'all like this weird dichotomy. I don't know. Maybe I'm projecting that on you, but it does seem like the decision is difficult to make. And understandably so, because if it's so back and forth, it doesn't give you any history, anything solid to work with, to know what to expect. We have the Six of Wands here at the end. This does give me a feeling of victory, okay? So it does seem like things do come out on top, especially having the Six of Wands and the World, okay? I'm optimistic that you two are going to work out your crazy, but it's in the meantime, it is a whole lot of crazy. The problem with working it out is that it doesn't come out fairly for one of you with the reverse Justice here. Okay, justice is about fairness. It's about things being balanced. They are not balanced. Okay, just because it works out or you guys figure out how to work it out, doesn't mean that it's really balanced. You still need to come back and reconcile everything. Think about your, you know, some of you may know what I'm talking about. Some of you are going to be like, your what? Your checkbook. You know, used to, we had a checkbook, and every time we wrote a check or we used our debit card, we would write down what our transactions were, and we would sit there and tally it all up at the end of the month. Okay, you still need to tally everything up because it's not coming out right. Your numbers are wrong. There's some math that somebody missed there. Let's clarify this reverse justice because it's telling me that something's still not right. We need to work on it before we just, you know, run off into the distance holding hands and singing, you know, imagine me and you and me. You know, that whole happy together, whatever. We need to do that before we skip down the lane all happy. Or it's going to come back up again. The Lovers, the reverse Nine of Pentacles. Okay. You two have a very, very important connection. This is a very, very faded connection, but one person is not secure enough in themselves to be okay with being alone. Okay, so it makes them needy. Probably you, Cancer. Let's just be honest. But your person may be a Cancer too, or have a very Cancer heavy chart. I don't say this a lot in these videos, but you do need to realize that you have a sun sign. You also have a moon, very, very important. You have a rising sign, extremely important. You have a Venus, you have a Mars, you have a Jupiter. I'm going to keep going and going. Okay, so there's a lot of other energy in a chart than just your sun. So anyway, it could be them. My point here is you two do need to figure this out because you're going to probably be together. Okay. If not now, later on, you're going to probably be together because you let's face it, you're the Lovers card. Y'all do love each other. You guys are very connected to each other. This is very, very faded, karmic, whatever word you like to use for that. It is an important relationship. So if you want it to last, if you want it to be good, you're going to have to work out this back and forth energy. Y'all got to get on the same page. That's what it's really about. Y'all got to get on the same page. Leo. Okay, let's do your love predictions for the month of October 2020. What do you got for me? Okay. Obviously. Okay, Leo. Babe. Oh my goodness, babe. Let's get into this. All right. Let's talk about the first line here. Let's just take it line by line. Reverse Page of Swords, King of Swords, and the Death card. So there are two different energies here that I see. Two different people, two different reactions, ways of looking at things. One person is not wanting to communicate, or the way they're communicating is very childish. And this, again, I'm not going to tell you who's who. You're going to have to determine that in your own relationship. But this is not this reverse Page of Swords. This individual is either giving somebody the cold shoulder or they're just being petty, okay? The King of Swords here is much more logical, okay? But all logic. It's like, let's weigh the pros and cons of this situation, okay? They're not bringing any emotion into it. So this looks like a month of really evaluating the relationship. And then we have the Death card here. So this does look like something coming to an end or having a transition. So transition does have to do with endings. There are endings and transitions. You have to have an ending, so you transition into something new. That is what I'm seeing here. So it may be that hopefully we're deciding to not do this kind of stuff anymore. That's not honestly what I see. I always hope that anything that I read that is not so hot doesn't go that way. I don't want to be right about the bad stuff. Unfortunately, I usually am, but that's neither here nor there. Just being honest with you. Reverse Six of Pentacles next to the Seven of Pentacles. The work has been put in this relationship, but it's not paying off because there's somebody who is withholding. They're not really being open-hearted. They are not giving back. So one person is giving, the majority in the relationship. But they say that, both people need to give 100%. Both people do. You can't just like, it can't be 50-50. A relationship's supposed to be 100-100 because you're each supposed to both be giving all you got in the relationship. But this is not going that way. It's very unbalanced. This person is that I'm seeing here, it's right underneath the Page of Swords reversed, honestly. This is the same kind of petty behavior that leads to the other person feeling discontent. Okay, they feel like, when is this going to finally change? When are you going to put the work in? When are you going to do what you said you're going to do? Because I've been waiting a really long time for it with a lot of patience. Then next to that is we have the reverse Ten of Cups. So this is like, all is not happy on the home front, okay? This can be separations. I'm going to tell you when I see what the worst case scenario is and what the least worst case scenario, the best case scenario. That's what I'm looking for. The worst case scenario and the best case scenario. The best case scenario is that you're just not happy. Somebody, you, them, both, are just not happy in the relationship, and that this is a blink, a little blip of time that will go by. You're in a slump right now, and if I hopefully warn you of the slump, you're able to do what you need to do to make the adjustments necessary. Worst case scenario is, yeah, there's a separation, because I do have the Death card there. That is a transition, that is an ending, and then having the reverse Ten of Cups right underneath it feels like somebody wants out of the situation. Truth. Okay, reversed, this really carries over into the entire last line. The entire last line is uncomfortable, for real. It's the reverse Three of Wands. This is not being able to look forward into the future. We're not optimistic about the future anymore. So you're not making plans together, which is a telltale sign that something is going wrong, is if you're not making plans for the future. That can be the future, like, are we going to go out on Friday night? That can be the future of, what are we going to do in 5 years? Where are we going to be in our life together? Either way, we're not looking at it anymore because we're so focused on how it's unbalanced and one person is giving way more than the other. The reverse Nine of Cups is here. Okay, this is saying not getting your dreams realized, not having what you would want to happen, not going your way. It does feel like there may be some coping mechanisms that are used that are unhealthy to get through this period of time. Particularly, I see this with drinking a lot. People may be drinking, somebody may be drinking more to try to cope with what's going on instead of addressing the issue. And then the last card is the reversed Chariot. So we're not having progress here. And it's because we're not dealing with our emotions in a healthy way. And I notice I keep saying we, because I really do feel like it is both people involved in this to some degree, because with the King of Swords, it's not a bad card on its own, but not surrounded by anything else that is giving me emotion. The only emotion in this is feeling defeated. Okay, the reverse Nine of Cups and the reverse Ten of Cups is feeling like you're not being fulfilled. So without any positive emotion to go along with that, and you're just all logic, or they're all logic, that's not giving me the feeling of it being a productive thing to be in your head that way. Hopefully we are going to figure out some solutions moving into next month, because the reverse Chariot is how it ends. That does not feel like progress to me, baby. That is the lack of. That is like a stop. You know, a wheel is stuck in a rut. So we're going to clarify that. Okay, Nine of Wands. Pardon me, I dropped a card. Oh, okay, it's a good thing I picked it up too. Reversed Two of Cups. Okay, the defensiveness has got to stop. That's not productive. If somebody comes to you, or if it's the other way around, again, I'm just saying these can go both ways, but I'm just saying as a general statement for whichever is doing this stuff, if somebody is defensive, I understand defensiveness. And a lot of times it comes how the person says it. You know, if somebody comes at you with criticism, obviously you're going to want to be defensive. But it doesn't really solve anything. So if this is you who is being defensive, I want to encourage you to listen to what they aren't saying. Okay, listen to the emotion underneath it. If they say, you're never around, what they're really saying is, I need you. If they're saying, you're always picking a fight with me, what they're saying is, I want peace in our relationship. So try to give somebody the grace here, the benefit of the doubt. And if it's you being the defensive party, this is my advice for you, because it's not going to lead anywhere good to be defensive. Reverse Two of Cups is a breakup. Honestly, it's an unhappy relationship. that is either going to break up or is already broken up. It's on the way there, whichever stage, it's some level of that, okay? So I'm trying to warn you to help you, okay, Leo? Virgo, let's take a look at love for the month of October 2020. Where are you at in love? Boop, boop. Boop, boop. Okay, that feels good. Let's go with that. I swear to God, the death card has been coming up with so many of these readings. I think that there are a lot of relationships this month that are going through some major changes. Thankfully, yours is going to come out of it, okay? Thankfully, you and your person are probably going to end up okay. Not perfect, but okay. I'm happy to see the Lover's card here at the bottom. This is telling me that this is fate for you two, really. There's a really strong love here. And no matter what happens in the mix of things, like they are your person, they fulfill you, they love you, and you love them. But there is a transition. So a lot of different energy here. Page of Pentacles reversed tells me that you need to pay attention to your partner. Okay, you need to pay attention to what they need and what they're telling you that they need. If there's something that they say they want to do, or that they're interested in, or that they're bringing to you, you need to really monitor your responses and come back at them with love, with nurturing, with support. They really need it right now. The reverse Queen of Swords. This is when somebody gets biting remarks. You know, when they get cutting, they know how to cut deep. They know where the buttons are, so they push them. Don't push them. Don't push the buttons. This can be somebody else. You know, this could be your partner who's pushing the buttons. I'm going to clarify the Queen of Swords here, because sitting next to a card that is about nurturing is making me think that the desire to nurture is there. The wanting to love and support is there. Sometimes we just screw up. Okay. Reverse Five of Swords, reverse Hangman. So here we've got, you're right. Yeah, you don't want to fight. Okay, you don't want to fight about it. You don't want to be that way. You want to move things along. The way that things are going to get moved along is through the Death card. It's going to be through a transition, a reevaluation of the relationship. Finally, there is going to be some movement here out of this kind of darker, deeper, more difficult, challenging energy. With the Death card here, the Death card is very positive, because the Death card is looking towards the Nine of Cups, where we are getting emotionally fulfilled, getting needs met, feeling love, really. This is the moment that you feel like relaxed in your relationship. And that is where the transition is going. So, you know, it seems like whatever the problems are, without getting too specific, because you guys' situations are going to be different, it does seem like you do cut out any bad behavior that's going on, the both of you, because relationships go both ways. If you think that it is always somebody else doing it, there's a problem there. So the Nine of Cups is sitting next to the reverse Queen of Cups. So emotional instability here. This is possibly even emotional manipulation here, or somebody is just not completely happy. Okay, it seems like it's the other person. I think you are pretty happy in this situation, in the relationship. The reverse Queen of Cups, clarifying that. Yeah, okay. So somebody feels like it's not really, they're not getting the kindness they need. They're not getting the empathy. They feel like they're giving more than the other person. Like I said, the tables can turn. It can be either person going either way, but somebody does feel like they're so close to things being right in this relationship, yet there's something missing. And I think that it is just the basic kindness and respect that's needed in all relationships. And by respect, I mean not only how you treat them and you talk to them, but how you talk about them when they're not there. One of the greatest measures of how much you respect somebody and how kind you are to them is how you talk about them when they're not there. Not even that they're going to hear about it. It's just, it reflects how you feel. So how you feel about them is going to come out in those conversations that they can't even hear. The reverse Knight of Swords is down at the bottom here. It does seem like a slow up, okay? Like a hold up, like things not really moving super fast, especially with the Seven of Wands reversed. It looks like there's some type of stymied, stuck energy. It's with the Lovers, which is upright. So again, I do feel that the love is there. The Tower. Wow. Okay. The Tower is a major shakeup. Okay, whatever the transition is that you two have to go through, it's going to be hard this month. That's just the quick and easy way to say it. It's going to be hard, and you're probably going to have some revelations about the relationship that are uncomfortable. But no matter what, I do think that you guys come through it. Reverse Seven of Wands. This is like stand down. Stand down, my friend. Do not fire. Reverse Three of Cups. Okay. So be very careful this month of not letting other people get into the relationship. This includes you talking about your person to your friends. You have to be very careful about how you talk about your person and about your relationship, and just making sure that you're bringing positivity into it, because you speak your world into existence. So be very careful to not let other people in the relationship pay attention to your person, what they're doing, where they're going, that they might not fall into a bad situation. I'm going to leave it at that because I don't want to speculate or make it a strong prediction that they're going to do something wrong. I think that's always a possibility here, but it's not going to be the case for everybody. All right. So here we go. You're going to end up okay at the end of the month, but it's going to take a lot to get there. Libra, we're going to look at love for October 2020. Here we go. What is your love life going to be like this month? I want to know if do people say your person or my person before Grey's Anatomy and like Meredith and Christina? Was that a thing before that? Because I don't remember ever hearing it before Grey's Anatomy 15 years ago when they started saying that to each other. Okay, Libra. You put it in the comments. Let me know. Did you ever hear my person, you're my person, before that? Before like circa, I don't know, 2005, 6, somewhere like that. Oh, what am I doing? Thinking about somebody's person. Okay. This is initially holding back. Somebody is holding something back from the other person. Somebody is not wanting to really communicate with them, express their feelings to them. Even though I think they want to move forward, somebody wants to be in your life, or you want to be in somebody's life. There's not the outward expression of that. It's almost like you just expect them to know. And that's not really how you need to play this game. I think you need to be very explicit about how you feel this month. The passion is definitely there. So this does feel like physically a lot of connection. Okay, this does feel like sexually a lot of connection, or a lot of intimacy around this month. However, it doesn't look like that's building up to something more. It looks like it's kind of staying in that place. It doesn't look like there's the emotional connection or the emotional backing. I don't know. That's not there with it. Just the physical stuff. Reversed Emperor here is not establishing a good boundary. If you want more, you need to do what you need to do to make there be more. Okay, and that's establishing a boundary, saying I'm not going to keep doing this if you're not here for me when I need you to be here for me. It does feel like there's a lot of pressure put on you or the other person to behave in a way that is pleasing to the other, even though it doesn't feel authentic to you or to them, okay? It feels like this pressure is kind of self-seeking. It is allowing one person to kind of put an emotional band-aid on themselves, or to not, look at the emotion or look at the feelings underneath what's going on. Like I said, it just feels like there's a lot of physicality, but not a lot of deep inside stuff going on. So let's go ahead and start clarifying these cards, because I want to see what's really happening here. So how does your person feel about you? Let's take a look at that first. So how they feel about you, you guys go way back. I think that you know each other very well. There's a lot of sentimentality attached to this relationship. You've been stuck before. You guys have been in a position where things haven't been, there's been nothing going on in the relationship. It may be a hot and cold, on and off again relationship, but you know each other very well, and so that comfort is there. But the guard is up. With the Four of Pentacles, this is like not letting the walls down. And why, I don't know. And I think this is one of those cases where doing a general reading, the circumstances are going to vary so much for different people, but somebody certainly has their walls up, even though they really love and respect and care for the other person. I also want to clarify the boundaries that are needed here, because it looks like you need some damn boundaries. Okay, so what boundaries are needed? Okay, you need to articulate your feelings about what is changing in the relationship. It feels like there's something changing here, majorly changing, because the Tower card is here. So it does have a big shakeup, kind of like kind of feeling to it, and you need to talk about it with one another. It feels like there's somebody holding back talking about it, and that might not be your fault. All you can do is try, quite frankly. I mean, all we can ever do is try and say what we need to say in a positive way, with good communication, and then we just have to leave it up to them. I'm also going to clarify this Eight of Wands, because this seems like trying to force something. Oftentimes, Eight of Wands is communication or travel, which can be a meaning to this card in this situation. It can also be, like I said, forcing it. Okay. You can't force somebody to do anything, though. You just can't. Three of Pentacles, reversed Devil, reversed Page of Pentacles. Okay, I think somebody wants to help somebody else be a better person and like teach them and help them grow, give them good advice. They're supportive, they're working with them, and I don't know that the other person is accepting that. They may just not be ready. You can lead a horse to water, but you can't make him drink, right? Okay, so that's your reading for love. Make sure you're just setting healthy boundaries and that you are articulating what your needs are and what your thoughts and feelings are, okay? Scorpio, let's take a look at October 2020 for love. I always get a little nervous because I have so much Scorpio in my chart that I'm like, ooh, what's it gonna be like for me and for you? We're in this together. What is it gonna be like for us, my Scorpio friends? Two of Cups. Oh, I love when it starts with the Two of Cups and the Ace of Pentacles. that feels nice. Okay. Yeah, it doesn't feel so nice. I was like, this feels really good. And then I'm like, oh, shit. What happened? Okay. So, okay. Does start off really nice with the Two of Cups. You're growing in the relationship. The relationship is full of potential and possibility, and you are thinking about all the possibilities of what could be. It does feel like there's decisions to be made concerning it, what direction you're going to take things. It could be what direction you're going to take things together, or if you're even going to be going forward together. It's just, it's figuring out all of those things. It looks like together, though, for sure, because you have Two of Cups here. I mean, what else is, what am I going to say about that? That's good. The reverse Four of Cups, the reverse Ten of Cups, and the reverse Star. I don't feel like this is really as positive as I thought it was when it started. Damn it. It seems like this is maybe a little bit too optimistic, that we're planning all these future dreams. I don't think that they're not going to happen. I think that they're going to be delayed. I don't think that you are going to be able to like end up in happy domestic bliss, with 2 kids and a dog tomorrow. I think that we're probably trying to push it a little bit on that. Or whatever the other dreams are that you're trying to make happen with your person. This feels a little like you're trying to not be so, not trying to be so apathetic about it. You're not trying to be so blasé, if that makes sense. You are actually very passionate this month. It's just, I don't know that they're quite as passionate about everything as you are. That's why I think that it's delayed. We do get some movement down here at the end of the month where things do start to turn, but I don't know that they're turning in the right direction. It looks like you're neglecting to see something with the reverse Wheel of Fortune and Queen of Pentacles reversed, both. It seems like maybe you aren't considering what they want in the dream, in the future of the relationship. So let's look at that. Reverse Wheel of Fortune. How are you pushing things? How are you setting things in motion? Or how is the universe going in motion that's not so hot? Okay, so you are going to move forward. It's just, here's what I think. It's going to burn you out if you try to push too much too fast in anything, including love. I think that's carrying over to love. I think that you may be overwhelmed because of the Ten of Wands here, because of the reverse Queen of Pentacles here. It looks like it may be too much to handle everything, and just slow down is really what I want to tell you. You're going to have to change your perspective because the Hanged Man is here. You're going to have to change your perspective and take some other thoughts and feelings into account, because Scorpio, I know how we are, how we operate. When we have our mind set on something, we're really like all in with it. Okay, let's take a look at this in another light as well, okay? So having the Two of Cups here, but also seeing the reverse Ten of Cups appear in the reading. This is like a karmic soulmate connection. Definitely can say that, having those here, especially I'm seeing the Wheel of Fortune appear in the reading too, even though it is reversed, I still feel it. I still feel like this is the person that you love and you care about is definitely a fated relationship that is meant to be in your path. But I think that a decision that you could be making is the wrong one concerning them. So I think that either you need to change your perspective about the decision, or you need to talk to your person about what their wants are. Because that's where it starts to go wrong, is where the decisions that were made weren't the right ones. And the reverse Star being here too, this is like a delay on the dream, okay? The dream has got, goodness, the dreams that you have, the things, when I by dreams, I mean the things that you want, just not happening as quickly as you want them to happen. If I can shuffle today, I'm going to clarify it. Okay, card. How many times are you going to come out? Aha. That's why. 8 of Wands. This is saying you're forcing it, okay? You're pushing it. You're pushing it too hard. If you push it too hard, you're going to burn out, and you're going to burn your person out, and you're just going to create a lot of problems that you don't need to have. So slow down. I'm telling myself, slow down. And that is really the key to a better month with your loved one. Sagittarius. Let's look at love for October 2020. I was like 4 Sagitt into that. I thought I was going to mess it up, but I didn't. Okay. Sagittarius love. Oh, babe. Somebody's got to let go of those memories that are haunting you. Are you holding on to something in the love relationship that you need to let go of? Are you, you know what I mean? Like, are you holding on to a wrong that was done to you? And therefore, I mean, you just can't set it down. You got to set it down. You can't hold on to the negative stuff forever. You're going to have to forgive somebody. That's what I think is going to have to happen. You're going to have to forgive somebody, even though it doesn't seem like it's worth it to do it or that they deserve your forgiveness. You need to for your own good. There's a total shock coming. There's a total upheaval coming that is going to not feel like it's good when it happens, but it will end up good. It's that you're going to pout about it. You're not going to be happy about it. And you're going to feel like it puts you in a position that you are like very anxious, very fearful, very in your head, very stuck feeling. And it's like, yeah, you're going to have a pity party about this big shock. But guess what? You started it. You started it by not letting something go that you should have let go already. The 6 of Cups reverse is up there next to the 9 of Swords. That's where I'm getting that. Okay. Let's take a look at this Tower card because he feels very, very ugly. I hate the Tower card. Hate it so much. Let's see what the Tower is about. This is great shock and upheaval and change. I mean, dear Lord, it's a lightning striking and catching fire to a building that people are falling out of. I mean, whew. It is usually when fate has to come in and Control Alt Delete. When fate is like, okay, you're not running right, you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing, we're going to redirect you and it's going to hurt. The Hermit is next to this. It's going to create some, or what should have been there, either one, is some, you should have had some wisdom about this. The 3 of Swords is here. Okay, there's a broken heart. We get it. We get it. You're hurt. And you can't let go of that hurt because it's really nasty. Okay? But what is it doing for you to hold on to it or reminding somebody about it? Nothing. It's not doing you any good. It's not doing anybody any good. The 3 of Cups is here at the end of it. That's much more positive. That is friendship, celebration, and reconciliation. So let's look at it a little bit closer. You want to come out? Okay, we'll look at you. 9 of Cups. Okay, yeah. It is. It's a break, okay? It's a break from all the bad stuff. It's not as bad as you think it is when it happens. I told you that when I said it, right? I said it's going to make you pout about it, but it's going to be better towards the end of the month, and it will. You have the 9 of Cups here. It's the wish card. So I think that you will be able to get over what you're pissed off about or what you're heartbroken about or what you're upset about. There's going to be some better opportunities for you. I think that they will probably come through the people that you already know, your friendships. Very supportive people in the reading towards the end of the reading. Hopefully, if you are upset with somebody else or they're upset with you, that you're going to have some forgiveness this month because the Three of Cups down here at the bottom. So that's my hope for you. But definitely you can just make this a lot easier on yourself if you're able to work through the anger and the sadness and the grief early on, and you can just kind of skip down to the good stuff, okay? You don't want fate to have to come in and like shake your shit up, right? You don't want that. Trust me. Okay, Capricorn, let's look at love for October 2020. Let's see what we have. Gonna have to change your mind about something. Gonna get some information, some messages that are gonna make you change your mind about something. Okay. Reverse Magician, Reverse Hanged Man, and Eight of Wands. Okay, this says to me that you resist change. You're resisting hearing the other side of the story. And if you keep resisting, you're not going to get all the information that you need. The Magician is really about having the tools and the resources, okay, and the willpower to do something. And he's reversed, okay? So it's saying we don't have that. Why? Because the Hangman is next to it, because you're not changing your perspective about it. You're not hearing what somebody else might have to say, okay? Because somebody is Eight of Wands, reaching out to you, trying to talk to you, trying to get through to you, but you are very, very stuck in how you're looking at it. The Queen of Wands reversed. Okay, the Queen of Wands reversed is being a bit stubborn about it. She does not want to hear anybody else's perspective because she's ticked off. She feels like also she knows the deal already. She's like, I have all the information already to make the decision that I want to make or that I need to make. But it's going to be a lot easier if you get all the sides' story. So if you're mad at somebody, hear them out. If they are wanting something different from you, hear them out. They are going to be reaching out to you. Somebody is going to be trying to talk to you this month. And it is going to be creating this Two of Pentacles, okay? This kind of juggling act between what's in my life right now and what do I need to let go of and what do I need to do to move forward. I do see you overcoming some bad habits, working very hard at doing it, having the support to do it. You need to make some new plans. With this information that you're getting, it's time to just go ahead and make a different plan. And the quicker you get to that, the quicker you get to the plan making stage, the faster, the better it's going to be. Now, what does this have to do with love? Well, I feel like the person reaching out to you is somebody that you are in love with. Somebody that you want in your life, reversed Hermit. You don't want to be alone. And you probably are feeling alone right now. Let's take a look at the Two of Pentacles. It kind of feels like somebody is playing around also with more than one person in their life. You or your person, one or the other. Reverse Ace of Cups, reverse High Priestess. Okay, there are secrets here. So that confirms it to me. There are secrets here that are not being acknowledged about love, where we're not getting everything that we need in love. Why? Because we need to hear this message that's being given to us. The message may come from the person that you want to talk to, or you're needing to talk to, or you're the person that you love. It may come from somebody else about them, but either way, you need to hear it out. We need to air out these secrets, okay? They may be toxic for you. They may not be good for you. With the reverse Devil here, are they feeding into the bad habits that you are trying to resist? Are they your bad habit? I think that's a good possibility with the reverse Strength card. It's time to find your own personal strength, your own footing, balance, your own footing. And if you're feeling like you have to do something, that's a bad start. I think that you want to do certain things this month, but you can't do them until you get all the information, until you hear this message. That's what this is all kind of riding on. How is your person feeling about you this month? Okay. Page of Wands reversed, Six of Swords. I think they want to move forward with you. They just don't know how right now. Maybe there's something else in their way. I have a feeling that these secrets that need to be revealed have something to do with it, but they do want to move forward. They do feel like the adventure with you, you know, they feel very passionate about you. You spark something in them that nobody else does. There's nobody else like you in their life. Okay. So I think that, like I said, until you get this message, you're not going to know how to handle things. I don't think that you're going to like it, but I think you need to hear it out. Okay. Aquarius, let's look at love for you for October 2020. 2020. Are y'all over this year yet? It's been a weird one. But you know, I think there's good coming out of this year. I do. October 2020, Aquarius. Aquarius. All right, the healing that you've worked for is going to happen. Lots and lots of healing is what's in store for you in love. In the past, things were really bad. The reversed Tower. In the past, and even coming into the beginning of this month, feeling very stuck about it. Feeling like you don't know which way to go. Reversed Two of Swords. What to do about it. So that energy is starting out the month negatively, quite honestly. It's still showing that what you've been dealing with has been extremely challenging for you. It's been a mind fuck. That's the best word for it. But then I have total healing. All the cards after this are like rosy. Okay, they all are good. We have the Star. This is healing. This is hope for the future. This is the Eight of Pentacles. We're putting in the work to make it happen. And the reverse Five of Swords. Throwing down our swords. We're not fighting anymore. We are working together. We're working for our relationship, the Lovers. So there is coming back together here. There's reconciliation here. There's hope here. This is the month that I think that you're going to be with your person. You're going to be looking forward to the future with them. It is healing the heartbreak that you've experienced before. And the Two of Wands. This is, like I said, this is the looking forward to the future together. If you've been waiting for somebody for a really long time, Aquarius, this is the month that the wait is over. And I'm happy about that. I don't even know that I want to clarify anything because it is so good. There's nothing bad in it. So I think I'm actually going to leave it. I know that this is a really short reading, but I don't want to mess with it. I want to just say, yes, put in the work that's needed, which you're going to do. You guys are coming to each other without any of the negative bullshit that you had before in the relationship. I feel like they're committed to you. I feel like they want to make it work. I feel like you two are very all in this month. And I also think having the Lovers here, that this is the person that really, really matters in your life. There's nobody else like them. And guess what? The feeling is mutual. They love you as much as you love them. So why mess with that? I'm not going to mess with a good thing. So that's what I see for you for October, Aquarius. Okay, Pisces, let's take a look at love for you for the month of October 2020. My old souls, full of wisdom. Last but not least, Pisces. My fellow water signs. Okay. Tough one. It's a tough one. There's a lot of competition this month. It does feel like a struggle with your partner. It does feel, or the person that you love and you care for, it does feel like the two of you, that there are more people involved in this than just the two of you. It seems like there are other people getting in the way. There are other circumstances standing in the way. You are not feeling very confident about the relationship. You're not feeling like it's stable. It also feels like financial issues are causing problems here this month that otherwise might not be there. It seems like there are delays as well. And I think that you are getting to a point where you're a little fed up with it, and you don't really know if you should keep going, because you don't want to be in this place. You don't want to be stuck. You don't want to feel stressed out or anxious about it anymore, but it doesn't really feel fair. It doesn't feel like things are in balance between the two of you, and you were so close. You're so close to everything being good. I've seen this in your weekly readings too, where things are a struggle for you, Pisces. I don't know what the hell is going on, but it's just like every reading I do for Pisces lately seems like you guys are really going through a tough spot. So let's clarify some of these cards. Let's look at this whole reverse Nine of Cups. Why are you not getting what you want and what you need? Okay. This to me feels like reverse Chariot, Knight of Pentacles. You are on the right path. God, I know you're going to be like, no, I'm not. This sucks. You are where you need to be. The progress is slow because you have a lot to learn here. In this stage in your life, it's about lessons being learned, and they're hard lessons. I mean, sometimes it feels like we coast and life gives us a little bit of a break, and life is not giving you a break right now. Let's see how your person is feeling about you. Okay, they miss you. Even if you're together, they miss the connection that you have. If you're not together, they miss you. They want to heal whatever is wrong here. So they still love you. They still have this very deep, you're always on their mind. There's nobody else like you. They don't want to be alone and apart. It seems like this is very circumstantial. And if the circumstances are getting in the way of how you guys, like, don't blame each other for what the circumstances are. It doesn't feel like it's anybody's fault. It just feels like this is the way it is right now. They are really, really wanting to end this period of respite, this period of rest and nothing, we're taking a break from each other or whatever. They don't want that anymore. They want forgiveness, or they want healing, or they want to move forward with you. The Five of Wands, this does feel like outside interference is here. Circumstantial interference, financial interference. There's all sorts of stuff that's going on in this relationship that is, or between you and your person, that is difficult, that has nothing to do with how you two are together. Okay, it looks like I would be very, very wary of a particular person. The Queen of Wands is here next to the Ten of Swords. If you hear something that makes you think negatively of your person, or if you feel like somebody is not really, this can be a friend, this can be a lot of other people, it may be somebody you're close to, it may be somebody you're not. But if you're hearing something about them that makes you go like, well, why would they do that to me? Or that they just seem like they're trying to get in the way. They seem like they are trying to fuck things up for you guys. I mean, it seems like they're lying. It seems like they are manipulative. It seems like they're just negative. I would be careful of who I get advice from this month. It feels like somebody might even be like, they don't really care about you, they don't love you, they're not around, like they're not really supporting you, or they're not here for you, or whatever, so maybe they don't really love you. And that's not true. It's just not true. It's circumstantial. Okay, let's take a look. One more thing. Let's see this reversed Eight of Swords. You need more information, but you need better information, not false information. So you need I think if you talk to your person, they're going to tell you the real deal. Okay? And if you guys had to walk away from something, walk away from each other, you had to take a break from each other, it is not for lack of love. because the love is here, the sentimentality is here. You guys have known each other for so long, I think, or you feel like you have. There's just this feeling of familiarity between the two of you and comfort. But this may just be a temporary thing. That's kind of what I'm feeling like with this 8 of Cups next to the reversed 4 of Pentacles. I feel like it's temporary. So I'm going to just say hold on, because this month is probably going to be challenging with your love relationship, and just don't listen to bad advice. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you every week. I post your weekly predictions on Saturday. You take care.